Welcome to the Spirits, Angels, and Guides Oh My podcast,
where the supernatural gets real, baby.
Hey, Spirit Gang. Welcome back to the Spirits, Angels, and Guides Oh My podcast. I am Nancy Christine Brady.
I'm Tara Diana.
And we have a great topic tonight. I say that every week, though, don't I?
It's true, but I thought you were going to say, and we're so excited, because we do say that every week, but we are always excited.
We are. We enjoy our time together, and we enjoy that you might listen. So that's good, too.
We enjoy our time together. It's nice. It's lovely.
It's nice. We're friends.
Friends. We're just people. Okay. Then I talked about raising, like how to raise your vibration, how to kind of clear out energy. And I got five things that I feel like we should engage with our audience with. So if you are in the Spirit Lounge, then I'm going to give you a little something extra afterwards in the Spirit Lounge. You're going to want to go and join that for sure. It's where we keep all the extra goodies, the extra bonus episodes, things like that. Also, some of the extras to come with our work. Also, check out IG because I'm going to put some little bits and pieces in there as well. But I want to give 5 different ways that Spirit and I work to raise our vibration when we feel like we're getting low, because we can get low, even as practitioners, right, guys? Even as practitioners, we can get low. Low energy, low vibes. We can also forget to clear ourselves, right? Just because we do this work all the time doesn't mean that we don't forget some of the energetic hygiene that needs to happen when we are working with energy, because energy can be a whole lot up. So are you in with me, Nan?
I'm in with you, baby. Let's go.
Okay, let's do this. Let's start with number 1. Clear out energetic clutter. Babies. Energetic clutter, old stories. Stagnant energy. Draining people. Those psychic vampires. That kind of stuff. You like that? That actually hurt my cheeks. Emotional hoarding. Those are things. That is energy clutter, baby. That's energy clutter. So one of the things that I do is I use this kind of metaphor. You wouldn't keep spoiled food in the fridge. Don't keep expired energy, right?
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
I have a whole story about that, but we're not going to do that today. But really, think of it that way. Like, this is old. This is old and I can't use it anymore. I can't get anything from it. There ain't no nutrients in like that old salmon from like 4 weeks ago.
Ew.
I really want to tell the story, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in Instagram. Lord help me, Goddess, remind me. The fish story, Instagram. Okay. You don't want to keep that spoiled food. You don't want to keep expired energy, because energy builds up. So what do we do to clear energy then? We've talked about this a million times, but if you are looking to figure out why you're vibing so low, this is one of the things. You're going to cleanse, right? Whether you use cleansing spray, whether you use sound vibration, whether you use sage, simple intentions work. Clearing space, like, and that simple intention, man, that simple intention stuff, that is the bomb for when you are just like out and about. Like you don't have your trusty seashell, abalone shell, and your smudging wand, right? I never have a lighter anyway, but you don't have it. You can't just whip it out and be like, okay. You have to be able to be powerful enough in your belief structure that you are able to do it, and setting the intention. Spirit will hear you, and that energy will shift and change. Because remember, you have that ability to clear that space without having to use the ritualistic tools. Just keep that in mind. So because there ain't nobody on the bus that's going to be happy with you when you whip out the cleansing spray and you're like, excuse me. I'm telling you, they're not going to be in for it. They'll like you afterwards once they're finished yelling at you and kicking you off the bus, but they're not going to like you while you're in there. So a key phrase when you're clearing out that energetic clutter is to remember that what you're trying to do is to attract peace. Stop vibing with chaos and like expired energy. I'm super, super loving the expired energy thing. Like, stop vibing with expired energy, baby. Attract the Attract the harmony, because that's where you're actually going to be able to feel comfortable in your aura. Okay, we good with that, Nan? Any thoughts on clearing out energetic clutter?
We need bumper stickers. We need to make bumper stickers.
I told our vendor he needs to go into business making us bumper stickers.
Okay, well, we'll reapproach him with this idea.
He needs to fund it himself. Okay, so I'm going to go to number 2 then. You good with number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. Speak to yourself like you would speak to someone you love, baby.
That's powerful.
Yeah, really. There is something to be said, Nan, about being able to be authentic with people that you feel close enough to. Like, if I'm frustrated, I don't have any problem being frustrated. Not with you, but with you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have, what do I ever? Sitting in that energy and being like, okay, I'm frustrated. And actually, more so now than ever, do I actually express the frustration, though. And so what I mean is, instead of just sitting there holding it, because my face will always say it if my lips don't. Right? So more so now I'm able to voice it. But myself, my inner voice sets my energetic tone. So what I'm feeling inside is going to come out in the pheromones around me into my aura. And from my aura out into the universe. So if I'm pheromoning in a bad way and I'm chilling with Nan, Nan's going to be like, you are making me feel like not a happy camper. But if I'm chilling in a really good way, Nan's going to be like, oh, I love this. I'm feeling the happiness, right? Because remember, our energy can bring down someone or bring them up.
100%.
Okay. If you wouldn't say it to your bestie, don't say it to yourself. And I want to talk about this for a second. I used to loathe when people would say that to me. You know, I'd be like, oh, I'm such an idiot. And they'd be like, don't talk to my friend like that. I'd be like, okay. Just to say. But I get it. The more I sat with it, the more I understood it. Do I still call myself an idiot? Absolutely. It's hard to stop doing it, but I'm more cognizant of it. I'm more aware of it. So I tend to catch myself and be like, oh, and sometimes I wonder if I'm doing that for the person so they don't come at me and be like, don't talk about my friend that way. Or if I'm doing it because I'm really understanding it. Doesn't matter. I am training myself to be more loving of myself. So things that I practice, though, to do that can be, when I am cognizant of it, is mirror work. So you can practice this with mirror work. If you have a hard time seeing yourself in a kind and loving manner, if your self-love is right out the window and your self-worth is right there with it, you're going to want to do mirror work. You're going to want to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're going to want to talk to yourself about all the beautiful things about you, all the good things about you, all the things that you are accomplished in or accomplishing. You're going to want to set affirmations, babies, right? These affirmations are so valid because they help you retrain yourself. And I will always remember being on TikTok and scrolling, Nan. And I was scrolling, and I have a lot of fitness influencers on there. If you know, you know. So I had a lot of fitness influence on there. And there was this one guy, and I actually stopped following him because of this. He came on and he said, and I'm going to butcher this, Nan, but stay with me, baby. You have no choice. You're stuck on here. But he said in this TikTok, he said, you know, if you're getting up every morning and all you're doing is saying affirmations aren't going to do anything for you. You got to do the physical work. Now, he's not wrong. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, but I think I know where you're going with this, so this is good.
He's not wrong. Yes, of course. You can't lose weight by just saying a whole bunch of affirmations. Otherwise, we'd all be thin, babies. But you have to be able to motivate yourself. You have to be able to see yourself in what you are trying to accomplish. So let's just say, for the sake of being easy, that you want to drop 20 pounds. So it would be really great if you could visualize that, because then you're working towards something. It's not just that, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds. It is that I am seeing it. So now you're going to work on it. And here is the other thing. Never be afraid of setting affirmations, visualizing, right? And then realizing that you need some outside help, that you need a little bit of guidance. Thoughts, Nan?
Yeah, 100%. I think you're totally going down a path I completely relate to.
And outside help, as long as you're going to the right person, remember you have free will, choice, and personal responsibility. And babies, we can all discern. Well, we can all take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So affirmations are a thing. Affirmations do work. Take that, Mr. TikTok influencer. And honestly, I think it is part of the package when you are trying to make changes within your life. So if you're standing in the mirror and you're looking at yourself and you're saying, I will be 20 pounds lighter soon. No, don't set expectations or dates or anything. Just say soon. And then tell why you're going to do it. Because I'm going to put the energy into it. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to ride a bike when I can. I'm going to jog when I can. And I'm going to eat better because I just feel like that's going to help me. But here's the catch. Nan, were you going to say something, boo-boo?
Oh, I think it's totally right. It's like mind-body balance, right? Yes, you're putting the work into it, but you're putting the work into it mentally and you're putting the work into it physically.
Exactly. Mentally and physically, it's a thing. So then what happens is we get caught up in our humanness. I'm still in the speak to yourself like you speak to someone you love portion here, baby. We're only on number 2 and there's 5. The thing that happens is it doesn't happen as fast because we set an expectation. We don't see the results, and we never see the results the way other people see the results. We never do. So it's always better to go and say to someone that you trust that's not going to gaslight you, to go and say, hey, I'm feeling this. I think my pants are a little bit looser. What are you thinking? And knowing that they will be truthful and be like, oh, you know what? I can see it. Because if you can't trust what you're going to see, right? Body dysmorphia is a thing for me. So I don't always trust what I'm trying on. I don't always trust what I'm wearing. You got to be able to catch yourself in this negative self-talk. You got to catch that in the act, right? The moment that you're like, oh my God, I look like bleh, you got to be able to say, well, Nelly, do I need a second opinion? Or do I just need to get changed and try something else this time? Instead of beating yourself up about why you look like that.
Absolutely. It's about being gentle with yourself.
So one of the things that gets talked about a lot, Nan, in the metaphysical world is setting intentions as well as the affirmations. And I don't want people to get confused between setting an intention and an affirmation. Setting an intention is where you're going. It's the affirmation portion that sets you into the go, right? Crossing the finish line. I'm going to cross the finish line. That's the setting the intention. I am going to, right? The affirmation is I am. I feel like I just had an aha moment. I'm like, big smile on my face. I'm like, so if you wanted to set a really simple affirmation for yourself when you're working on self-love and etc., it would be something like, I am divine in motion. My energy is sacred and I honor it with love and intention. I am divine in motion. Because the I am divine in motion is that setting of intention. You have to do something besides talk.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Right? You got to make it happen. There has to be action. Action, baby. Okay. Ready, Nan? We're going to go to number 3. Get into your body. Okay. This is flowing. Mind, body, spirit. Okay. We're flowing. Remember, high vibration equals grounded, embodied, and not floating away, baby. That etheric that's up here, which most of us that do this work, most of us, I'm not going to say all of us, prefer to be etheric. There are some, Nan, are you etheric or are you grounded?
I'd say I'm more grounded.
I would too.
Yeah. I'm very much into the earth and the animal stuff, which is very, very grounded.
Yeah, but you're also, it's going to sound, you're also much more logical and analytical than I. Like, you can see things from many angles where I am more like, oh, I'm here, right? But when I'm in the spirit, I can go into a different space. So being etheric is a wonderful thing, but you have to have that balance. And that's something I have to work super hard at, super hard at, to be that. So body equals temple. And if your body is your temple, your vessel, right? I talk about this a lot in my work. Neglect leaks energy. Nan, thoughts?
That's very powerful in the simplicity of it. So, and you're right, like so much of us do. It's easy to go up and float around in there because it's all angels and clouds and happiness and joy, right? But being grounded and being here in the earth can be difficult. It's not always an easy journey. And I love the fact that the comment about the leaking energy, and you don't even know it until it's gone.
Right? Like neglecting your body, which I think, again, it's funny that I use that actually as the premise for Focus 2, for setting an affirmation kind of thing up and looking in the mirror. But your body is your temple. I don't think anyone can deny that. I don't think that's up for discussion. It is, because you need this to do anything. Anything. And if that's the case, and this isn't about saying that someone hasn't looked after themselves. That's not going to happen in this space. Let me tell you that. Your body is your body. Where it is where it is. And what you're going to do with that is up to you. There's no judgment here. But if you are neglecting your body in whatever way, and it's leaking energy, that has nowhere to go but down. That is no vibrational frequency there at all. This brings me to a funny comment. Go ahead, Nan.
It's literally like I envisioned a balloon deflating, like a kind of thing.
Yeah. Balloons are a big thing with you the last few days.
They are. I love me some balloons.
I was so stuff on Saturn.
What? I don't like it when people release helium balloons into the air because the strings get caught up in the animals and all that stuff. But that's just my opinion.
I still caught up on Saturday night when you're like, oh, and Tara has a red balloon. All I could think of was It. All I could think of was the movie It, and that damn clown with that balloon, whatever that poor.
So for the listeners, I did a meme, an AI generated meme one time because she always says you're so grounded and stable. And I'm a Taurus, so I did this AI generated image of me, the bull, and she's like, and I'm always flighty and in the air, and it was a red helium balloon, so it was a bull holding a red helium balloon, and I'm like, here's us, look at this. And Tara's like, oh gosh,
I'm traumatized. I am fully and completely traumatized.
That's looking around for Pennywise.
Pennywise, that's the. What was the little boy's name though that he's always calling?
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Oh, I want to say it's not Johnny, but it's something like that. Oh, doesn't matter. Oh my God, squirrel! Someone ground me. Nan ground me. Okay, so again, body is your temple. You need your body, baby. So the better you treat it, and again, we're not going to get into this here, but how you treat your body is up to you. What you consider treating your body as well is different for everyone. So there's no, like I said, judgment here. How you do you is how you do you, as long as you are not neglecting your body. Okay? As long as you are loving your body in whatever capacity. I just want to make that very clear because I feel like some people are going to get in their feels over that comment. So what can we do to get into our body, right? I love to walk, right? I love to walk and I love to stretch, right? I'm super into my shoulders now. And I think that's because I spend so much time at my desk now doing all this podcasting and stuff. So I love to stretch. Dancing. I used to love to dance, not so much anymore. I don't know why, because maybe I have no one to dance to. I want to dance with somebody. That was a little bit of Whitney Houston.
And she's off.
Shake. Go barefoot on the earth, right? I was doing that today. I had to run outside for something, and I actually took a moment, which is so not mean. I was like, my feet feel really nice on the grass. My feet feel really nice on the grass. And hydrate like water is sacred. Now, that is my biggest problem because I only have 20% of a stomach, so I have to choose between eating and drinking. And so hydrating is really hard for me. But I see Nan carrying water with her everywhere. I see Mel carrying it, right? Hydrate as much as you can. I get enough. Probably not enough, but I get enough. So, and what does water do, Nan? What does water do?
It holds energy and vibration.
That's right. And it flushes out all the
Toxins.
all the poopiness. Yep, it does. It flushes. So vibration doesn't live in theory. It lives in body, right? Vibration is not theory. It lives in body. So Nan, now we are on to number 4. And 4 is all about choosing your circle with clarity. Your circle being your space, not necessarily your aura, babies. Your aura is your personal space. I'm talking about protecting your circle because that protects your power, right? Not everyone is meant to travel with you, and that is okay. Like, so okay. There's that reason, season, lifetime, right? I always think to myself, I would have loved to have met Nan like 10 years before we actually did. And before you go there, I know everyone, it happened when it was meant to happen. Blah. But I would have liked to have met her earlier. I think that about my husband too, to be honest with you, right? I would have loved to have skipped all the heartache and all the drama and just met Mike because he's the easiest going guy in the entire universe. But I will also want to say to you, please, that there are people that came into my life with great meaning and left with just as much meaning.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Right?
Same.
I don't do unauthentic anymore. I don't do people who just aren't vibing. I just can't. I can't. And for whatever reason. And again, I let them go and I don't judge. We just let them go.
And that's interesting because it is something that's very hard for people. I know myself, I hate it when a door closes, even though there's reason and meaning behind it. I really hate it when a door slams shut or when something happens and I don't know why it happened. And you're kind of like, huh. And then you just really have to kind of come to terms with it. And again, it's the reason, season, lifetime.
And sometimes it's okay to just let them go and not even question it. And that's someplace that I've kind of fallen into because you're right. I used to get butthurt about everyone. If a client unfollowed me, if, a practitioner didn't like me, I might be all up in my feels all the time. Like, why not? It's not like I'm something special, so they should all like me. But you know what? They can go and they don't have to say a word to me about it. And I don't have to ask them about it. This is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure, right?
I do like that.
You do like that. I thought I'd do it again for you. Just go, and it's okay. Because boundaries are energetic gates, not walls. So if they come back in some different way some other time, fabulous. If I see them at a party and we're like, hey, fabulous. If I see them in a party and we both turn the other way, that's okay too. And people can come back into your life. That's why I say you don't have to sever ties when we're talking about cords and things like that. You don't have to sever them because severing is severing. You can gently unwind them. You can just flip them. And if they come back and they rebuild and reattach themselves again, and now you feel like you're both in a different place, that is beautiful, right? Step into that. When Ryan passed away, I had a few people that came back into my space, right?
Yeah, you had a lot of nice people return to your space.
And then I kicked a lot of people out too, though. Okay. Some people just had to go. Some people just had to go. So ask yourself this, guys. Who lifts you? Who drains you? Spirit gives permission to act on the knowing, right? Who lifts you? Nan lifts me. Well,
You look a little bit like an evangelistic preacher with the arms there.
hallelujah. Who drains you? The person who keeps parking in front of my house for like 48 hours. Just saying. Drains me. Actually drains my daughter more. She goes off. Anyway, Spirit does give you permission to act on the knowing. What fills your heart? What makes your space feel safe? What makes you feel comfortable? That's where you're going. Period. So let's do number 5, Nan. Are you ready for number 5?
I'm ready, baby.
Number 5, plug into something bigger. Connection to Spirit. You like that?
Yeah, nice.
Into something bigger. Now, this is where you're right. I do start sounding like I'm a little bit preachy here, like, come together, come together.
You're doing a lot of singing in this episode, which I love, by the way. And if your sister listens to this, she's going to love, because we bookend you with the singing, and now it's rubbed off.
Channel Whitney Houston, and there's not hope in hell. Okay.
That didn't, as much as I love you, that did not sound like Whitney Houston.
Wasn't she born into the, Baptist, anyway, topic for another video, friend. Connection to Spirit, to Source, to Universe, to your higher self. Plug into something bigger, because it's more than just us. We're important. We are important, but there is more. And this is about partnership as well. So not a solo effort. We don't have to do this alone. We don't. And I found that out. And I really have some of the most beautiful spiritual and non-practitioners in my life that just bring me so much joy. Right? So much joy. And find the tools that work for you. Meditation is not my tool, but it may be yours. Prayer. The word triggers me, but I can set intentions. I can make requests. Have a conversation with your spirit guides. Babies, if you aren't working with your spirit guides, you need to hook up with Nan and I. Send us a message. We will tell you how to connect to your guides, or maybe we'll even run a circle. Who knows? If you don't ask, you don't know. And sometimes silence is the bigger blessing than anything. Just being able to sit with yourself. Just to be able to sit with yourself.
And I think that's a hard one for a lot of people. They constantly need to be on their phone or distracted by TV or something so that they're not just sitting with themselves.
Okay, and I want to say something to that. In the last 2 years, I have listened to more true crime podcasts where before I used to be able to walk my dogs in quiet. No headphones, I don't wear headphones. I listen to it out loud, but, and I can't do that anymore. I find I now take the phone with me into the shower so that there's noise. And that is because I don't want to be quiet for too long, because I don't want to go into a space where I start thinking about regrets, what ifs. And I'm talking about my specific situation, guys. And if you know, you know. And I found that. So a 5-minute silence for me is a big deal now, whereas before it would have been natural. It's a big deal now. Yeah. Frequency naturally rises when you remember you're not alone. Again, I spend a lot of time, it looks like solo in my office, working with people on Zoom or whatnot, but I love my in-person work. I love it when someone comes in and sits down in a chair and we can have a little bit of a brief chit-chat, and then we go into the work, and then, we get to say goodbye, and then I go down to, Serendipity's backyard in Steveston, or I go to the First United Spiritualist Church and we have a potluck or something. I love that. I love the bigger energy when the right people are in it. I needed to add that last part in.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. When the right community is around you.
Exactly. So let's do some closing vibes. Raising vibration equals intentional choice, tending the sacred flame. You have to do the work, baby. Even one focused Even one focus shifts everything. So can you imagine if you were able to do all 5 at some point? Start small.
I might glow. I think I would glow.
Would you glow?
I would. I'd be like Angel, like floating above the ground.
I love that. But if you guys feel like that's a lot, Tara, like holy hell, woman, start small, but start now. And messy is fine. We like us some messy. Okay. I think we have brought this to a beautiful, beautiful spot. Yeah. What we got going on?
Absolutely. We just want to thank everyone for listening and invite them over to our Spirit Lounge.
Yay! It is where we do all the good work. We have extra episodes. We have live intuitive development circles. We have messages. It is such a great place. You have to come.
So one of the other things that we do with our Spirit Lounge group is we pull a card at the end of our podcast. And so today we are pulling cards for Josanne.
Oh, Josanne.
Yes.
Our traveling Wilberry.
Yes, she is.
Oh my God. So the card I got for you, Josanne, is the Eagle card, Freedom. So this is your card, Josanne. It is a beautiful card. This is talking about your true connection to trying to find your space, because that is ultimately what you're doing. You are seeking to find all the tools to really allow yourself to feel comfortable in the spiritual world, because you feel like you belong there, and you do belong here. So continue to work with spirit. Eagle is the connection to spirit, right? That is that energy. So you're free to do the work. Go ahead and do it, and trust that spirit's holding you. Just go soar. Just lay back and let you and Eagle work together. I'm going to leave that with you, Josanne.
I love that. So I got love, the spirit path of the South. And this card is all about partnerships, unconditional love, and rejuvenation. And I really feel for Josanne, a lot of the travel that she does really does rejuvenate her. It connects her to spirit. So these cards beautifully flow together, because literally spirit is showing me the figure 8 sign. Like I see that beautiful flow of energy and that constant movement. So I feel that's a fairly good message for her.
I do too. So Josanne, we're going to leave that with you. I want to remind everyone to go to our IG. Go and subscribe. It costs nothing to go and subscribe to us on our platforms. And I'm talking mostly about Spotify, Apple, Podbean. And give us a, what's it called? What do you call it? A thumbs up.
Yeah.
And give us a review, because that's going to help us reach more people. And it is the best way to support us in the work that we do. So thank you so much, everybody.
Yes, and share with your friends. If you like the podcast, share it out. And we appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for listening.
And that is it.
That is it.
Bye, lovies. Bye.
Bye, lovies.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the wonderfully weird and metaphysical.
If you loved what you heard, don't forget to follow us for more insights and behind the scenes fun.